It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. We're back with another Zulu Alpha Brewing Company beer. These guys are based in Caldicot in Wales, just on the border with England and Wales. Very, very close to the Severn Bridge, if you want to find Caldicot. Broken Tile, a 5.5% ABV India Pale Ale. Zulu Alpha Brewing. Looks good. This beer has been brewed with Mosaic, Citra and Amarillo. Pale malt, Cara Light, Cara Medium and Cara Dark. Oh, so it's gonna have some slightly darker malts in this one. Interesting, really interesting. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass. Yeah, you can see those slightly darker malt, the Cara Dark. So this is what they're looking to do then. By adding a darker malt to the beer, they're offering more balance. They're looking to kind of offset the hops a little bit with a little bit of caramel malt. So you're going to pick up some caramel sweetness over here, maybe a little bit of nice chewy toffee biscuity flavors over here, and then to finish with beautiful kind of passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, bitter flavors over here. So bitter and sweet, if you like. I always find it fascinating. Always find brewing fascinating because everybody has their own idea on how they want to brew IPA. Some brewers want to use the cleanest, the straw-coloured malts, so they're just extracting some sweetness and they're offering all of the flavour to the hops. Some brewers would prefer, and of course some people who drink beer would prefer to have beer where you're getting that kind of little bit of malt character over here to balance off that bitterness and the hop flavours on the back end. There's many ways to brew an IPA, but this one's got a one finger white head, good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. It's amber in colour, a nice amber colour, nice and hazy, not massive sediment in the bottom of the glass, but it's definitely unfiltered. Let's get the aroma then. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. You're picking up a lot of hops, a lot of that grapefruit, passion fruit, mango. But then definitely like a digestive biscuits and nuttiness, toffee, malt flavours, aromas coming through. It smells really, really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's complex. Really complex, really good tasting beer. It's got a lovely bitterness on the back end. I think I'm going to say, after the first taste, I'm going to say this is definitely kind of one of those maybe American West Coast style IPAs. So they've added hops to the fermenter like lots of brewers do these days, but they've not forgotten about the boil kettle. They put a lot of hops in the boil kettle to. It's a bit like when you make a nice cup of tea. If you're new to beer, that is, of course. I'm going to explain to the people who are new to beer here. It's a bit like making a cup of tea. You can put the tea bag in first and pour boiling water on your tea bag. Or you can put some milk in the bottom of your cup. And then you can add your hot water and you get almost a very different cup of tea, don't you? When you pour the boiling water on the tea bag on its own, you get in I think you pick up a lot more kind of astringent tea flavours from the beer. More of a strong cup of tea, strong flavoured cup of tea. It's a bit like, in very simple terms, of course, it's a bit like when you put the milk in first, you kind of dialing down, you're making it more, the balance of you're picking up more of that kind of milk and stuff. I know this is completely, it sounds crazy, doesn't it? It sounds crazy, but very similar thing. What it means is you're adding the tea with the milk, you're adding it at a lower temperature. So you're getting less of the astringent tea bag and more of the flavour of the tea, I would say. If you turn that now into brewing, bear with me, if you turn that onto the brewing now, when some of the brewers, they let the beer cool, when it goes into the fermenter, then they add the hops. So you're picking up like none of that astringent flavour. Not much of it at all, really. In fact, some of these brewers, they chuck as many hops as they can into a fermenter when the beer's a lot cooler than a boiling temperature, and they're not drawing out those bitter, astringent flavours from when you put hops in the boil kettle. So when the beer's boiling away, the old practice was to be, throw a large amount of hops in there, and then you get your IBU, then you get your real bitter flavours coming through. Does that make sense? My very simplistic terms of I try and make it really easy. I try and make it like explain for the new people into beer, the best way I possibly can of how a beer is bittered. If I got it completely wrong, if you've not followed me at all, I do apologise. This is good. Some passion fruit, some mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. Lovely bitterness on the back end, lovely sweetness over here. Nicely carbonated, good drinkability, 5.5% ABV, just about sessionable. Broken Tile is an India Pale Ale which showcases mosaic hops. This heavily dry hopped, here we are, they haven't even put that many hops in the boil kettle. It's all been dry hopped. This heavily dry hop multi-IPA has a stone fruit and medley of berries, flavour and aroma. There it is then. Zulu Alpha Broken Tile India Pale Ale. I like it enough. I like it enough to give it a Stone the Crows 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.